Welcome back, guys. Our next guest impressed us with her passion for creativity. She is a very young poet from London, writing about women, empowerment and today's culture. She was chosen by Spread the Word's Young People's Laureate for London founder, Caleb Femi, as one of the winners for her evocative spoken word piece, Philosopher. Please welcome Rakaya Fetuga.
Hi, Rakaya.
Hi.
Hello, come into our flat.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
How are you? You well?
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
Good, I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
So tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name's Rakaya. I'm a poet and creative writer. I've been writing for a while. I just graduated from a creative writing course.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get into poetry? What inspired you to write poetry?
All sorts of things inspire me, really. I think a lot comes from the people I know and just thinking about why I find them admirable and amazing.
Okay. So do you write a lot about people that you know, like experiences that maybe they experience or you experience, things like that?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. A lot of things I write come from conversations that I've had with people, and that sort of spirals into more thoughts and ideas. So there's a lot of that.
Does it take you a long time to write a poem? Because I couldn't even contemplate where I would start. Is it just an idea and you go with it, or I don't know, is it harder than that?
Yeah, it depends on the poem. Some can take a really long time, some I can write like over years, but then some come really naturally, really quickly, and then it's just editing after that.
And what book have you brought with you today? Can we have a look at that, please?
Yeah, I brought Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur.
Okay, can you tell me a bit about this book?
Yeah, so this book is a really beautiful collection of poetry. A lot of people will know Rupi Kaur from Instagram because she also does illustrations. So she puts her pictures to her words, and it's very Instagrammable. You can sort of post it online and share. She's got really sort of short, hard-hitting poems.
Okay, and in that book, what is the poem that means the most to you? What's your favourite in that book?
My favourite is from the healing section. So she's got 4 sections of the book.
Oh, okay. So what are the different sections in the book?
The different sections are, I think, the loving, the hurting, the loving, the breaking, and the healing.
And yours is the healing one?
Is the healing. I think when you read through the whole book, it is really amazing. But the healing is just so empowering. It just makes you want to love yourself, you know, it sort of inspires you. So I really love the ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to read it. How did you discover this book?
Well, I actually did first see her poems on Instagram. Not all of them, but I saw a couple.
The power of social media.
Yes, yes, it's very powerful. But then my friend actually brought me the book, and after reading the whole thing, I really fell in love with it. Okay. It's really, really brilliant.
Does it? I guess it maybe takes you on a bit of a journey.
Yeah, it does. Poems. Absolutely, absolutely. And this is sort of, she says at the end, it's sort of her journey. Surviving through poetry, the blood, sweat and tears of 21 years. So it's really an emotional thing for her as well.
And are you building up quite a collection of your own poems now, I guess?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm trying to build them up as well. Yeah, you find sort of some poems you like to share with a lot of people and some you sort of just keep for yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, so who do you show your poems to first? Do you know once you've written it down? Who's the first audience? Because that must be the hardest one.
Yeah, well, my mum.
Obviously.
My mum is usually the first audience.
Is she your #1 fan?
Yes, yeah. My mum and my dad, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, but I post poems online and share at like open mics and things like that. Yeah, so it's always good to sort of have that connection with people when you're sharing poetry.
And where do you see the future taking you? What's sort of the goals now?
I just like to keep writing, definitely. So in all different forms as well, because I'm quite interested in fiction and playwriting as well.
Wow, okay, so it's not just poetry?
Yeah, no, not just poetry, all types of written words. So yeah, I hope to just keep writing and keep sharing and keep reading.
I hope to read something of yours very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rakaya. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the sofa tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some really powerful messages in there. And now for an even more powerful poem from Rakaya Fetuga. But we'll let you be the judges of that. You might want to stay tuned for this.
I got a hangover, been trapped in the closet.
Little Maya thought her voice could kill, vibrations pouncing off her tongue like the drop and swing of a noose. That's the thing about abuse. It sits like death in your living room, on your cabinets, under your skin. It can wring you dry and file you thin. Abuse will tell you your voice has killed, so you run from your own sound. Guilt stepping on your heart like your feet on the ground, running, while lactic acid grows a fireball in your throat, gripping silence like a coat to protect you, when silence only neglects you and weighs down the truth. Miss Angelou gave a voice back to that youth, collected herself in her arms and spoke the keys to open mental attics and let countless voices free. Let your words out. The fireball that burns you is amazingly bright. Your voice can draw you out of your permanent night. It's okay to be scared. There is power in fright when it leads to the courage that lets your voice lift in flight. It might feel like the world is closing their eyes, drawing the shutters and dropping the blinds, but I promise there are ears that value your voice. I promise you that I value your voice. I'm sorry I've been part of the world that left you no choice, that laughs too easily, that listens shallow, hearts hollow. But have you ever thought your voice could bring life? Vibrations launching from your tongue like a lifebuoy swung on a rope. That's the wonderful thing about hope. It makes you determined to swim when you've been keeping afloat. And healing's not easy, letting yourself be heard, but the journey of speaking out starts with a word.
I got a hangover, been trapped in the closet.